Peace, family. You may be asking yourself, ZJ, why are you sitting at the end of the road under your RV? Well, you may have found out by the title of the video already, but today I'm going to be teaching you how to replace your wastewater valves on your RV. As you can see, they are pretty weathered and they leak significantly, especially this one, and this one's also missing a handle. So this is a 3-inch, this is a 1.5. I'm going to be replacing both of them and putting some brand new wastewater valves on that have a metal handle, so I don't ever have to deal with this again. First things first, you're going to want to check your bolts that are already on there, make sure they're not seized or rusty. If need be, just give them a quick spray with some WD-40 or white lithium grease, whichever you have on hand, and just give them a little squirt and make sure that they come off without snapping. The only other thing that you're going to need for this video is a wrench or socket set that fits the size bolt that's holding in your wastewater valves. So I'm going to go ahead and locate the correct size and we'll get these bolts off. In my case, I have a 10 and an 11 millimeter socket that I'm going to have to use. The 11 being for the 3-inch and the 10 being for the 1.5 inch. You'll also want to make sure you have a wrench or something to hold the back of the bolt as you're loosening it, otherwise it's just going to keep turning indefinitely and you'll never loosen it up. Okay, so now that they're off, we can go ahead and start putting on the new hardware. A lot of these are rusted and they snapped, and it's not in great condition. Like this is broken, and all of these corners are broken off as well. There is only one that was intact, but it was glued. I had to remove that. It goes like that on the corner, but all the other ones are missing. They had it glued like with some caulk of some kind. Alright, so I ended up getting new fittings just so I don't run into the risk of the seals not being good and me wasting all my time. So we got brand new fittings. This piece is separate. It's not cemented in or anything. I'm not sure if it should be, but I'm leaning towards leaving it loose just in case I need to make some adjustments in the future, and then I don't have to get new fittings again because everything is so like cemented together, glued together, like super glued basically. So the only thing that's original is this piece here because, well, it's actually in pretty decent shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some petroleum jelly on the seals here, and I'm gonna start with that one. I had to cut off the old fitting, so this is farther back than it's initially supposed to be. It's supposed to be up a bit farther, so I think once the big one is on, I'm gonna notice that there's too big of a gap there. So I'm gonna go and get like an extension piece, just a tube that'll fit over that, go over and then reduce back to the regular size of the pipe, and then I'll put this over top, just cement all that together. So I'm hoping I can get away with it, but I'm pretty certain that's how it's gonna go. So we're gonna start with the big one, get this guy on, and then we'll see what happens from there. Alright guys, so we got the first one on. It matched up pretty nice, and it slides in and out pretty well, and the seal seems to be pretty good. The rubber gasket on the bottom is a little out of place on one side, so I'm hoping that doesn't cause any problems. It's very, very flimsy. I don't know, I think it's good. It's just a little bit higher than the front side. But when that's closed, should be fine. obviously I'll do a leak test once I have the other one on. I just don't want to do that right now, considering everything would be soaking wet if it isn't fully sealed. So I'm gonna get the other one on, and then I'm just gonna dump a bunch of water in the tank, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it leaks or not. So, but considering everything is like pretty much brand new, well, not pretty much, everything is literally brand new, so it all should be pretty good. I lubed it up nicely, and yeah, I just need to get the extender piece for this. Hopefully I can find one. If I can't find one today, I'll do the leak test for this one just to make sure. And yeah, I just need to get like an inch or so spacer or something like that, extending piece, so that I can put that one on. Alright, so I'm back from the store. I found a 1.5 inch coupling, but I couldn't find anything that would fit inside, like a 1 inch coupling. This is the only thing I could find, so I'm gonna have to cut this off. This fits inside here, and the piece that goes to attach to the valve, so we're gonna cut that off. Hopefully it'll all be like around the right length, and that there's no like, it's not too big or too small, so we will see. So I'm gonna cut this off right at the groove, and then pray for the best. Alright guys, so that concludes the installation process for the new wastewater valves. We've got metal handles this time, so they shouldn't break, and they move nice and smooth. I actually dismantled this entire thing to do both of them at the same time, because I was having trouble getting the small one in this space between the two pieces. So I had taken it all apart, I redid it, and now that little piece at the bottom is sitting a lot better. You probably can't see that, but it's not sticking up like it was before, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna do the water test soon. The only thing is, I have some silicone here for this piece attaching into this piece, as well as this piece attaching into this piece. I didn't want to cement them, just in case in the future I want to take it apart. The only thing I cemented on was the new coupler. I used E6000, it's pretty crazy stuff. So that's on there, and the connector in between, the 1 inch, this is a 1.5, this is 1 inch, to go onto this to connect the two together, is cemented onto that. But in here is silicone, on here is silicone, you can definitely see that one. And yeah, so that's that for the installation process. I'm just gonna let those dry, and then we'll do the water test to make sure there's no leaks. But if there are, all you do is tighten it up a bit more, and that should make the marriage between the two gaskets tighter, and should solve any issues that you may have. So yeah, so that's the installation process for RV wastewater valves. If you have any questions about the installation process, the custom fittings that I made, or anything like that, or where to get parts, I can point you in the right direction if you're nearby me, geographically speaking. But with that being said, definitely let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If this video helps you out, please leave a like. It definitely helps me, and helps more people, as it'll allow the algorithm to show the video to more viewers that may need to see this video. So as always, remember to keep loving your heart, and I'll see you soon. Peace.